Well, Terry, it's 6 days today since the dramatic capsize. Just give us an update on how things are progressing in the shed. What kind of shape is American Magic in?
Yeah, actually, the boat's coming to life pretty quickly. We've had the systems on inside the boat. We've had the foil can system turned on. Today, this morning, the panel that was going to cover the hull was delivered. Patriot was about a half a day ahead of that, which was great because the guys were ahead of the work schedule, and now they're putting the panel in, and then Tuesday, Wednesday we'll get the boat back into a state of sailing and look to be out on the water. Obviously, we have a hard deadline on Friday, so we got to get out on the water before that. But you can't thank everybody really enough. I mean, the Team New Zealand boat builders have been phenomenal. They work 24 hours for us, and our guys in the shed obviously are setting a new standard, and so we're looking forward to getting back into it.
I'm sure now you're beginning to allow yourself to think of racing again next weekend. Just tell us, who you've got to race against, and what kind of challenge do you think that will be?
Well, we're going to be racing against Luna Rossa in the semifinals, and obviously they're a very good team. They're very well polished. They have a very fast boat, and so we've got a couple obstacles in front of us to get the boat back out on the race course. But I'm confident once we do that we have a equally as good boat in Patriot, and it's going to make for some exciting racing. So, from a team perspective, we watched the race today, and I think we're all, well, I can't speak for everybody. I'm a bit cranky because I hate watching sailing, and especially when you're supposed to be out there. But, Luna Rossa sailed a great race today, and so did Ineos. I mean, it came down to the wire, so we know they're both great teams.
Just for the American fans back home, I mean, what can they expect from next weekend?
I think we have to make sure we maintain a certain level of consistency. We got to sail the boat in the way that we've developed her, the way that we know how to race it, and stay committed to the process that we race the boat. And I'm confident in us, and I'm confident if we do that, we'll keep the train moving forward.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Ben, I mean, fans around the world were on the edge of their seats for every moment of that race. How nerve-wracking was it on board?
It was a full-on race. It was one of the most exciting races I've ever been involved in, and we didn't have much time for preparation. We had a few issues with the control of the boat, but once we got into the race, it was just one of those fantastic battles that you have against great competitors. I think there were 9 lead changes or something like that. I think we lost count really through the race, and then coming down to the finish, just nail-biting port starboard cross. So I think the team did a fantastic job, and it was just really a privilege to be a part of it.
Gear failure before the start of the race. How compromised was the performance of Ineos today?
It was a challenge for us. We were struggling with our Cunningham control all through the preparation, and we actually had to call a 15-minute delay, which we get one car to call a delay, and that got us back into the race. But we were compromising that we weren't able to control that Cunningham, and so changing gears around the race course was difficult for us. And the Italians sailed a great race. They were, we know they're strong competitors, and it proved to be the case that we had just a fantastic race. And credit to the team for sticking to it. The boys getting the boat around the course, and we got there in the end.
Ben, you're not just winning races. I mean, to me, it looks like the Olympic days of old. I mean, you're throwing the boat around doing exactly what you want with it. I mean, how pleased, I guess, are you with how the team are racing?
I can't say more for the team, really, on and off the water. For the sailors, haven't had the best preparation for this competition. That's been well documented, but the way they've approached this, the time that we have had on the water, they're handling the boat really, really well as anyone else. And that's giving us the opportunities in these races to make the right decisions and come through. So, yeah, it really is a team effort to have sorted things out from where we were 3 or 4 weeks ago.
And just lastly, I mean, we heard how much it meant to the team when they crossed that finish line. It's been a roller coaster of a few months. I mean, what does it mean to the team, and also, I guess, bigger picture, looking ahead to what you've come here to do?
It does. It means a huge amount. It's a lot of emotion there because everyone puts their heart and soul into these campaigns for 3 or 4 years, or for we've been at this America's Cup game now as a team for 5 or 6 years. And to win a race like that and get into the Prada Cup final, that means a lot to the guys. But that said, we've got to, remember that our goal is to try and win the America's Cup, and so one race at a time. So we'll take a lot from that win, but we know that we've got to keep we've got to keep improving, getting faster, sailing better, if we're going to get through to the end.
Thanks, Ben. Well done today. It was amazing. Francesco, one lost race today and a lot of development time sacrificed. Instead, you race American Magic. How problematic is that loss for the team?
No, it's not really problematic because I think the development that we made to the boat this last week was quite impressive. I think the boat was going a lot better than the week before. We have our foils, our new foils. The boat is going very well. We just have to see where we made some mistakes. I'm sure there were a lot of meters lost in the maneuvers. There were a couple of moments in the race where we lost a lot, and we have to just analyze those moments, I think.
You've raced Ineos twice in the last two races and given away big leads to the British boat. What do the team think of that?
Yeah, I think it's very clear that Ineos is racing very well tactically around the course. They are not easy to beat. Also, when you have a big lead, they can really stay in the game. Today, I think they had like that downwind where they gained like 3/4 of the advantage. That second downwind was quite painful because I think they were in a lot more pressure than us, and there was not much we could have done. And then the race was open again. But I think what they have is nothing special. Every time they won against us was a very open race until the end. So I'm sure that we can win races. That's no problem.
The British outfit have had a lot of feedback, I guess, about their decision-making process and how that's working on board. Might we see some changes in Luna Rossa, and what kind of takeaways do you get from that?
Well, yes, I think that having the luxury of having somebody free to look around is something very good. But we cannot do it on our boat at the moment. And I think we have to stick with our plan. I think we have been sailing well. Tactically, I don't think we have done big mistakes. Today, I think we made 2 bad tacks, and that the race was there. I think today I don't have many regrets on the tactic side.
Thank you. In Italian.